The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And coming up on the news at noon, a multi-billion-dollar bid for the Washington Commanders is underway. What we can expect from that high-profile sale. And later, the National Cherry Blossom Festival Parade is this weekend. What you need to know if you're headed that way. Good afternoon and happy Friday. I saw weather. I thought we were going to Brittany. I'm so sorry. Thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Tosa Fakile in for Mark Hall this afternoon. We'll start with a check on your very gorgeous weather. Take a look outside. Isn't that just stunning? The sun is shining with nice temps, but it will take a break this weekend. We have Brittany in the house with us. Brittany, how long are we going to enjoy the sun? Is it today, tomorrow, or just today?
It's only going to be for the next few hours, Tosin. We are tracking some showers as we kickstart your weekend. So overall, going to be soggy out there. Make sure you have that umbrella if you are making some weekend plans. Take a look at satellite and radar right now, kind of showing you the overall picture. We have this weak low system that is off to the south. You can see it's already bringing some showers there to Roanoke, Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, currently dry, but they are not too far from those showers beginning to approach the area. Zooming in, we are already starting to see the clouds roll their way into the DMV. This is going to be the common trend as we head through the rest of your day today, and then we are going to be tracking some showers as we head into the evening hours. Temperature-wise, we are fairly warm out there. 74 currently in the nation's capital, 78 there in Fredericksburg, Virginia, 76, excuse me, there in Hagerstown, 74 as you head over there to Cumberland. Overall highs today will be rebounding back into the 80s, so it's going to be yet another warm day out there. But again, those clouds will continue to roll their way into our area, and then we'll finally start to see those showers as we head into the second half of your Friday. So quick look at your afternoon planner. By 1 o'clock, still holding on to the lower 80s, 83 by that 2 o'clock hour, 83 as well as we head into that 3 o'clock hour. But you could see most of those clouds will begin to roll their way into our area as we head into our afternoon, and then we are tracking some showers just to end into your weekend. So Saturday looks to be soggy, as well as Sunday. We'll have the timing and break everything down for you guys coming up in just a bit.
How happy are you that the Commanders owner is about to be someone not named Daniel Snyder?
It's about damn time. That's all I can say about that.
I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better real reaction. And what would be the biggest ever sale of a North American professional sports team? Reports say that Dan Snyder has a deal in principle to sell the Washington Commanders for more than $6 billion. That's with a B. Now, the non-exclusive deal reportedly reached by a group that includes two billionaires with ties to the DMV and Magic Johnson. The sale also has DC buzzing on what new ownership can do for the district, specifically the impact of Magic Johnson and his philanthropic work, what that will bring. Our Mariel Carbone has more.
He is the example of what it looks like. He comes from a community that's underserved, played sports, worked his way up to be a business tycoon.
For Terrence Staley, the sale of the Commanders football team, in part to retired NBA star Magic Johnson, could be DC's ticket to a major transformation.
I'm really excited about Magic. You know, I just foresee him being the transformation that we need. Just because of what he represents.
Staley is the executive director of the Alliance of Concerned Men, a group that focuses on preventing youth crime and violence and putting kids on a straight path forward. It's an endeavor Johnson is no stranger to.
Also, I know that he has a community side.
Johnson is well known for the work he's done off the court, supporting scholarships for teens heading to HBCUs, feeding families in Detroit, investing in minority and female-owned businesses. Efforts he said he'll bring here if the sale were to happen.
I would love to be the owner of the Commanders, do not only great work on the field, but the work we could do with the city.
Staley hopes Johnson can provide real partnerships and opportunities for young people.
You know, providing tickets to the games for these young adults and these students going to play football in high school and middle schools, right? Give them something to wish for and look up to.
Adding a new role model to the roster here in the district.
I think that what he represents is not just to the city, but to all adults in African American specific success. And for him to come to the city and help facilitate what that looks like for these youngsters, that they can be him, I think that's really important.
And that was our Mariel Carbone reporting. We also wanted to get a player's perspective on this historic deal. We had a chance to sit down with former Washington defensive back Fred Smoot. He says there's still some hurdles the new owners will have to overcome.
Like, it's going to be some pressure on the new ownership to put a winner on the field, to get, we still got some big hurdles. What about the stadium? If it's not back in D.C., I don't think the fans going to feel no better than they did, 2 years ago. So it's still some hurdles and some things that need to be done.
And potential new owners Josh Harris and Mitchell Rallis both have ties to the DMV. Harris is a private investor from Chevy Chase, Maryland. Rales grew up in Bethesda and went to Walt Whitman High School. And D.C. Police Chief Robert Conti also speaking out about the potential commander sale. He says he hopes the new owners will move the team out of PG County, Maryland, and back to the district.
I think that, having the franchise here in Washington, D.C. would be excellent for the home team. I remember as a kid, I lived not far from the Commander Stadium. We would oftentimes, like around the third quarter, make our way from the neighborhood where I live, like to the stadium to just try to sneak in and get a peek of the team. Kids being able to see, these professional football players, at the peak of their game playing here in our nation's capital, and I would love to see that again.
And you can tell people are very vocal about how they feel with the sale. The last time the Commanders were in Washington, D.C. was back in 1996. Now, DMV state leaders also giving their thought on the sale. Maryland Governor Wes Moore's office saying in part, quote, Maryland has been the home of the Commanders for the last 25 years. And Governor Moore is excited to start the next chapter. And he's not the only governor speaking up. Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin's spokesperson responding, quote, as the governor has said, any future plans with the Commanders should have the best interests of Virginia taxpayers at heart, end quote. Switching gears in Northeast D.C., 8 people are without a home and 1 person sent to the hospital. The fire tore through a 2-story duplex. According to D.C. Fire and EMS, the person sent to the hospital has non-life-threatening injuries. What started the fire remains under investigation. And to an interesting story, a milk tanker truck overturned in Urbana. It happened at the Fingerboard Road and Sugarloaf Parkway. The driver was trapped inside the cab. He has since been flown to the hospital. A medic said he was flown to a trauma center. Some of the milk went into the storm drains. What caused the crash is still under investigation. In Maryland, Frederick County Sheriff Chuck Jenkins' business partner now facing charges just a day after he appeared in court. Robert Kropp was indicted on charges of conspiracy and making false statements in an alleged scheme to illegally obtain machine guns. Kropp is the owner of the, quote, machine gun nest in Frederick. He is accused of drafting documents for Jenkins to sign. The indictment also states that Kropp's business offered political support to Jenkins. This was in recognition of his support for that business.
Not this time. Are you able to make money still from your business at this point?
Can you tell us, Mr. Cox, why you took the case?
Sheriff Jenkins pleaded not guilty to the charges on Wednesday. He is taking a leave of absence. The judge ordered Kropp and Jenkins to not see each other moving forward. And a warning for Fairfax County parents this afternoon. Police say a suspicious bus tried to pick up children yesterday. There were 2 incidents reported, but police say one was a misunderstanding. Police say this started just before 8 o'clock yesterday. According to authorities, someone driving a short white bus with a blue stripe tried picking up children near Southampton Lane in Reston. Officers say someone in the neighborhood tried speaking with that driver, causing the driver to shut the doors and take off. Thankfully, no students were harmed. Fairfax County Public Schools sent a letter to parents saying the district will never send unmarked buses to pick up children. And in Montgomery County, middle and high school students will now be required to wear student ID badges during the day at certain schools. Students have had those badges for a while, but were not previously required to wear them on school grounds. The goal is to boost student security in the district. And gas prices around the DMV, you don't want to hear this, they're up, and that's according to AAA. The national average is up 8 cents this week. That price now sits at $3.66. In Maryland, the average price is now $3.60, up 10 cents from last week. Virginia, you're paying also more. That's $3.52, up 9 cents from last week. D.C. saw an increase of 7 cents from last week to $3.57. And West Virginia gas sits at $3.57, an increase of 2 cents from last week. All right, let's talk cherry blossom. This weekend, we are looking forward to some beautiful weather. And on Saturday, wrapping up the National Cherry Blossom Festival, that's going to happen. DC News Now's Lex Juarez has all the details on all the fun.
We'll get ready for the grand finale of the National Cherry Blossom Festival. That's right, the Cherry Blossom Parade. And you'll get to see some really great floats just like this one that puts you right in the middle of a DC neighborhood. About a dozen floats will come down Constitution Avenue, filling the street with giant helium balloons, Grammy Award-winning performers, marching bands, and all things cherry blossoms. It's a festival tradition that people look forward to all year, and it brings in all aspects of the DMV to life. After the parade, the celebration continues on Pennsylvania Avenue for the Sakura Matsuri Japanese Street Festival.
So the National Cherry Blossom Festival goes beyond the blossoms of those beautiful cherry blossoms that we treasure at the Tidal Basin to throughout the entire community. We take that celebration and get into all 8 wards of the city as well as into the region.
Well, the parade kicks off around 10 a.m. and will last for 2 hours. Make sure you get there early to secure a spot as the crowds have been back to pre-pandemic levels. In Washington, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.